Hey guys, Corey from Aquarium Co-op. Hopefully you're getting sound this time. A little bit crazy. I think my microphone was a little bit off and wasn't making a good connection, and that was the problem. So if you can hear me, let me know, and then we can get started. Don't want to, have that happen again. So no one's complaining so far. I'm hoping we're good to go. So, okay, so we are getting sound. Good. Hello everyone. Happy Friday night. But flip this camera around, and what I want to show you guys, what I was talking about is a lot of glare. I apologize for that. I just got to get curtains up. But I wanted to show you the flow in here, and there's a lot of glare. Let me see if I can show it to you. It's hard. But I've got wicked good flow in here now. So you can see all these things. Basically, I've made a gyre current. And so I bought the maxspect gyre 280, which is a big expensive piece, well not big, but it's an expensive piece of equipment. This right here, it's a 200 series, I got the biggest one, and it's this little gadget right here. And so it's basically got two giant magnets to hold it, and magnets on the inside, and then it's got these like props. It's a basically 12-14 inches long or so, and it'll do 6,000 gallons per hour. And if we play with it down here, it's got a little computer that attaches to it. I haven't mounted it to the wall yet, but as you can see, I've got it at 100%. You can dial it down all the way to 10%. You can make it do different gadgets. If I hit the button over here, and then let's see. So yeah, I've got it down to 50%. I'm switching modes, and so like this mode, it goes at 50%, or it goes 100%, 50%, 100%, and it'll keep pulsing like that. And you can go through all different kinds. I usually do just the straight 100% at the moment. This pulses on every 4 seconds, or 0.4 seconds, so every half second it's going to do that. So let me put it back to the way it normally was here. There we go. And but you can connect them, two at a time, and that's kind of the cool thing, is you can really get the flow whipping around here. I think it's going to be good for the clown loaches. But as far as filtration goes, let's take a look at what I got done this past couple of days. So I ended up going with a fluval FX6, and you're going, oh, that's not very big for an 800 gallon tank. I realized that. So we've got the FX6 running the water. It then goes to this bigger canister filter. Now, it's up on blocks, and yeah, I realize there's a lot of tools. I just got done doing this, but if you can see the size comparison, so that thing's pretty small versus very large canister filter. So this is meant for a pond. This is meant for 4,000 gallon pond. We're using on the 800 gallon tank. It comes with a 36 watt UV sterilizer, and so that right there is it being on. And then I can also just flip water and back flush it. So all I have to do is hit this right here. If I want to do a back flush, let's say this filter was getting dirty and I want to back flush it, all I have to do is, you see all that water start flushing that way, we're now pumping the water down there instead of up above. So it's just that easy. And this has a mechanism right here. It is clean right now because I just installed it, but you can lift this up and push this back down, and both of these handles will clean the sponges that are in there. So, there's no sound again? Is YouTube just having problems or what? Are we really back to no sound? But up top here, okay, you've got sound, good. Up top, let me get on a ladder here. I think we got to go to a ladder for the next portion of this. Let me move this manual here. The ground is a mess, by the way. I've just got parts all over the place. Plumbing. There was a lot of plumbing going on to make this happen today. Well, yesterday and today. And so, if I get up here, now it's the next portion of filtration. Super chat. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it. Very laggy, huh? I think it's YouTube's problem, but I can't be sure. We've got the gate valve. What that does is it allows me to set the level in this sump. And so we're pumping, so we've got the FX6 down below, The FX6 pumps to this 4000, well, the Laguna 4000 with the UV and filtration in it. Then it goes all the way up to here to the above tank sump, and this has bio balls in it and the drip tray, so it's a wet dry filter, and then the filtration or the fine polishing pad. So yeah, I wonder why. Yeah, I wonder why I'm on Wi-Fi right now. It should be doing fine, but so that's. But I'm most excited about this gadget right here, and that is, you know, the maxspect. It's really doing well. So the goal of it is, so the goal of it is it makes water run the whole length, come down, and then back to the beginning, and it makes this circular flow pattern. And so I'm really hoping that clownlets are going to enjoy swimming against that. And it lifts up the debris. You can watch the debris being lifted up and around, and it's even moving some of the sand in here, which you know, I wouldn't have expected, just because I didn't think it'd be that much flow. But because it's 800 gallons of water, right? But 6,000 gallons, and I could put it with another one and pair it on the other side, but I haven't done anything like that yet. I'm trying to think what else I've got. I installed one little heater so far. Hasn't been cycled. It's starting to cycle, and how I know that is we're starting to get a little bit of algae, kind of right here and here. And the water itself is a little murky because I've been cycling it with some media. So the other, well, so someone said I need it closer to the surface for the maxspect. I had it closer because I had the water level down and it was pulling air. And so I could move it up a little bit now, but before, when I was working on the tank, the water level was actually right here. You can see the, well, I don't know if you can see it, but there's bubbles right there. That's where it was. But I've also got this hang on back here for any kind of you know, Purigen or anything like that I want to run in there. And I think it's going to work pretty good. But the water flow itself doing pretty well. This tank is at my house. So you guys, it's right outside the, man, this place is a mess. This took a lot of mess to make this to the past 2 days. It was nice and clean. People can attest to that a couple days ago. But, you know, it's in the studio here. So you can see, you know, it's right outside. So from my office, you kind of get a bigger picture. It doesn't look that big on the screen. But I'm going to try Corey face reveal. Why not? I'm here, look out! But I got a lot of cleanup to do, and so I don't have a custom insert coming, but I do have universal rock, like a 7-foot log coming in, and then a 3-foot tall stump. But I ordered them May 22nd, and they just finally shipped it yesterday. So I've got at least like another week before it even lands, and that's kind of a problem. So that's what I'm waiting on, because I don't want to put clown loaches in here with nothing to hide in and nothing to stop flow. I'm afraid that they'll get worn out, and so I need something in there. But already I dropped my intake. So this intake I made, I dropped it, and I had to get my giant net, because I had to get this giant net, the one I catch koi with, that's 4 feet long, because I couldn't reach the bottom with a normal net. So that's a problem. So I don't want to put anything in here. So you can see right here, someone said I had to move this up. The higher I go, the more of these tornadoes it's gonna start pulling air down. And of course, now that I put the camera on, it's not doing it. You can see it right there. It's starting to do it. It was doing it a lot more a second ago. And so, luckily, duckweed and you know, luckily duckweed won't be too much of an issue, because up top there, you can see that little piece of pipe. That is where the auto water change happens back there, or at least if I can get to it right back here, that's where the overflow is, and so any duckweed will just overflow. Will the whirlpool affect the fish? No, it won't affect the fish, but if it pulls air down, you'll get a lot of micro bubbles in the display, and then it'll sound. You'll hear it hitting the, you know, hit the impeller and make a bunch of sound. So you want it, as high as it can go, you know, but without sucking air. And so, yeah, I might be able to go a couple inches more, but we're gonna do it, you know, slowly but surely. Yeah, manual water changes, no way. It's all automatic here. You can see it, more whirlpool action going there. It's right on that line. But yeah, so there's, you know, there's some little issues going on, like, oh, I just stepped on nothing important. Okay, phew. Is it a bacterial bloom causing cloudy water? I do think so, yes. But I think it'll be cleared up by like tomorrow, or at least the next couple of days, because 36 watt UV sterilizer should get that going right away. But I've got a little bit of, like, I think this leaks a tiny little bit, and I'm hoping, yeah, like, why is there water in here? Shouldn't be any water in there, but I'll figure out what's going on here. Worst case scenario, I replace it, or maybe it's going to seal itself, or maybe something's not seated right. But shouldn't be a problem, and we'll go from there. Once we know more, basically. But so far, I love this thing. I love it on my pond. Fish are going in probably next week sometime, and so far it's only going to be clown loaches. Water changes, don't know yet. How many gallons a day, not sure. It's real easy because I can just change how many minutes are going to change water. Like how many, you know, we turn on for 10 minutes, X amount's going to change. So once I know what the load, once we start getting some load, I'll know. I don't want to waste just a bunch of water. Right now I have it changing, I think, 10 minutes of water per day, which we could go up to tons and tons. Because I have unlimited hot water, so I could technically do 800 gallons. How much are the filters? This big one for ponds is, my brain's not working. It is it's about 450 bucks, I think, on Amazon. But yeah, why is there water right here? I think it's just the water I let run off. So yes, this is about 450 bucks, but keep in mind there's no pump to run it. So you have to use a pump, and that's why I'm using the FX6 as the pumping source. And yeah, so hopefully there'll be plenty of filtration. Is the Geiger power head noisy? I would say it's not silent, but it's not loud. So like right now I can clearly hear my turtles much more than this, but it's louder than a hang-on back filter. But if I was to run it at like 60% or 70%, it's much quieter. That 100%, you can see right there, it's sucking in air. You can see that 100%, it is a little bit loud. So, oh, I'm kicking stuff around. There's stuff all over the place. Here's my terrapin turtle, diamondback terrapin, and pineapple, the hypo bumblebee slider. Back flush the water and you see the water come out? Yeah, maybe so. It probably puts a lot of back strain on it. I probably do need to do that. I bet you're right. If I do this, it'll, let's see if I, putting water out. I don't feel anything, but maybe when I flip it back. Nope, I didn't see any water. Is it over here maybe? Nope. I don't know. It's going to take some investigating. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I am lowering my water level because that changes water really fast. I bet you I could drain down to the intake in probably about 3-4 minutes because it really gets flowing because you've got gravity feeding plus you've got the water being pushed. Am I going to plant this? Probably not plant it that much because the clown loaches, as they get bigger, they typically eat plants or at least damage them. Not necessarily eat them, they just damage them, right? So I might do some anubias and that kind of stuff on logs. We'll see. As they're young, yes, but it is really hard to reach the bottom. So I still need to get everything on timers. That's something I got to do, and I've got to get my automatic feeding set up. But I'm going to go into the next room. If it starts lagging a ton, just let me know, and we'll stop that. Ooh, you can see some artwork here. One of my favorite Corridoras, Ian Fuller print. How many clown loaches do I plan? I'm planning, you know, roughly 300 or so. Don't know yet. I'm a sucker for clown loaches, so as many as I can keep and still keep them healthy. That'll be the trick, really. Price tag on the giant pond canister is about 450 bucks. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it's pixelated. It's probably just because it's only, you know, it's on my phone. It probably doesn't go that good. Am I gonna do an Amazon link to that filter? Maybe. I don't know. Well, let's take a quick look in here if we can. Look, more not disaster, but more tools being used. Yeah, we can check in on the little puffer. This little guy right here. I guess we could feed him too. Why not? Right? We'll get him some. We'll get him some. My brain can't work. Cocktail shrimp. There we go. I'm getting some, I swear. Just gotta rake it off here. There we go. My wife came up with a good name. I just can't remember for this puffer. It was a girl name. Oh yeah, I remember. We might call it Ladybird. I like that. From King of the Hill, obviously. So right now you don't have to worry as much about their teeth because they grow pretty quick, and so it's not a big race. Mostly just growing them, get food in them. Gotta deworm them a bunch. But my new little buddy, and I love the name Ladybird. Hopefully it'll dance at competitions with me. Looking at the camera. Where can you get pufferfish? Look for a local fish store and then try to get them to order you some. Where'd I get those shrimp? I just buy them straight from the grocery store. You buy them by the pound. It's a great thing for hardcore carnivores. You don't want to feed it to them all the time because it can lead to, I believe, excessive, I think it's like cyanazine or something like that. Like, I don't know the exact name of it, but yeah. Will this guy make it, or girl make it into the... Oh, I got a very bad connection. Uh-oh. So my Wi-Fi is cutting out. See if we can improve it back over here. I don't know why. Well, that's my next project, actually. PEMG Hustle Woman $5 Super Chat. Thank you. That's actually my next project is, now that I got this kind of up and running, I need to run the, well, I'm going to run cable basically from my studio. So we're going to run cable over through this room and mount like a router, probably like right up on this wall somewhere, so I get maximum coverage when it comes to Wi-Fi.
Wincy came to tell you you're lagging.
Yeah, I know I'm lagging. Wincy! Let's see my dog real quick as it pixelates out. Yeah, I know. Wincy the lag monster.
Let her smell it. She loves to, see? Good girl.
Alright. But let's see if we can fit baby turtles. That is a food belly right there. Look at that. Woo. Let's see if we can fit baby turtles in before the connection goes terrible. We got a little baby turtle right here. And let's see.
There's a bunch up there.
A bunch right over here. I took away all their covers, so this is the only place for them to hang out now. Let's see if I can zoom in for you guys there. No, you don't need to lift it up. But usually there's some in the, there's one on the sponge filter as well. Andrew with the $5 super chat. Can you talk about how to get snails to breed and why eggs would be infertile if it ever happened to you? I don't think I've ever been infertile for me for snail eggs. Look at Wincy looking at the turtles. But if it's like, I'm trying to think what tank has a lot of snail eggs. This one used to, before he went on a murderous rampage. We used to make a lot of snails in here, and the mystery snails laid all their eggs up above. And then I know I was cleaning a tank somewhere. There's probably a lot of snail eggs down in here. Let's see if I can find them. Yeah, so you see on the back wall there, I'm gonna try to zoom in. Next to that snail's on the left. On the right hand side are the eggs. Those should hatch out. I've never had them where they weren't hatching out. Usually they could be getting eaten by something else. So, my connection's poor, I apologize, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get on that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow for you guys. Like, I really want to end this so I never have bad connection. But another piece of artwork there, another Corydora. Do I have any pest snails? I do. Pest snails are my favorite snail. Love them. So, I'm blocking my own camera, look at that. Let's see, mystery snails, eggs underwater. Nope, they lay them above water. Favorite shrimp? I'm really liking the black rose right now, but if I had to pick an absolute favorite, cherry shrimp. They're just the best. We can come in and look in here actually. So I've got some shrimp right here. By the way, order some bites if you guys haven't already. But you can see I've got my yellow shrimp from Lucas L.R. Brett's in here. Lots of snails, by the way. You can, oh, there's a pond snail or a pest snail right there. Got a bunch of those. They're my favorite actually. And then I've got Malaysian trumpet snails also. Puffer won't go in the 800 gallon just because it becomes a food competition between puffers and loaches, and that's not a good thing normally. So yeah, is that a Crown Royal bag? Nope. Are we talking about this? This is an Aqua Girls t-shirt to put up on the wall that I got from Rachel O'Leary. But I'm trying to think. Maybe you see this in the reflection? This is an Aquarium Co-op towel. Yeah, I don't know. Camera's blurry today. I don't know what to tell you besides I need better internet in the actual fish room, because now that I'm here in the studio it should be a lot better. Let me pull this up. This is an algae mess I need to get on top of, but you know, with getting sunlight and the algae itself is growing. I need to get a, what do you call it? A bristlenose in here. Ooh, lots of pond snails right on the side there. But we've got some guppies in here, and the babies are starting to actually happen. Like there's a baby right down there. Nice little red ram's horn snail in the back. Am I using UVB? I believe I'm using UVB, but I'm not using a heat lamp on the turtles, or at least on the mini musk turtles. Ooh, look at this pest snail. I think they look so cool. This one's really big. Oh, but there's too much glare. Let me see if I can block with my giant head. Yeah, I love that pond. Love the pond snails. They're my favorite. They just look so good. And they're like, let's see if I can get it to focus in. No, really. But I love their little antennas. But yeah, I need to get a pleco in here. Most of the crypts are now fully, fully converted. So I've got crypt red Wendeti in here. I did add a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but like 8 or 10 Amanos basically to start working on this hair algae. So don't forget to like. Everyone's saying Michael's Fish Room in the house. Welcome, Michael. I haven't caught up on all of your stuff from Japan. So if you guys want to see fish stores and stuff like that from Japan, just like I did last year, go to Michael's Fish Room and you can check that out. Also, if you're looking for someone to follow, check out Dwayne Kitchell. He's trying to get to 1,000 subs. But let's see, what else do we got? I don't want to go back in there because it just lags, so I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I could show you something I got. Let me look here. I got this signed from Rachel O'Leary. The Fish Pimp Knuckles. So that was pretty cool. Don't have it up on the wall yet because I just got it on Tuesday. Oh, show the turtle eggs. I could do that. Yeah, we could do that. So I think these two that are like a fleshy color are not viable, unfortunately, like those two. But all the rest of them look to be viable. Those two that are a different color were laid latest. So they were the newest ones, and maybe they didn't get fertilized or something like that, but still got quite a few eggs to go, so a lot of baby turtles gonna be coming out. When do they hatch? I'm not quite sure. Oh, the sun's always getting me. Wow, I moved, look at this, I moved into more. I gotta go like way over here. There's 3, are you kidding me? But I don't know exactly when they're gonna hatch out. Could be tomorrow, could be weeks, not sure. So, yeah. Let's see, anyone got any questions I can answer real quick? Because I'm going to cut it off at 30 minutes. I always go way longer than I intend to. Where do I buy tanks? The big ones are custom made by Clear Fabricators Incorporated, or Fabrications. But mostly Petco, PetSmart, that type of thing. Did Rachel visit the fish room or just the store? She visited both. Let's see. Yeah, we'll add getting rid of that light to the other things I need to do, which I want to fix internet before I fix that. It's all annoying. Watch out for lasers. I hear that. What's Sunday's live stream about? I don't know. Leave it in the comments down below what you guys want me to live stream about, and maybe I'll pick one of those things. I haven't scheduled it yet, but there will be one. How long do baby platies take to grow out? Usually 3 to 4 months to sellable size. Sponge filter and brackish water? Yep, works just fine. Tank won't cycle, what do I do? Probably stop changing water and stop feeding. Let it cycle through. You could be doing too many water changes and resetting or getting rid of some of the bacteria. Transform the Weiss tank into a musk turtle tank. We thought about it, but I think I would just have another tank built because I want it to be so it can like open up in the front and custom platforms and things like that. I kind of want an L-shaped tank. I've been pining after one. Andrew with the $2 super chat. Tacos for Corey. What's today? Today's Friday, not Taco Tuesday. Best way to move fish. You're moving houses. Get yourself like some insulated coolers like you would take camping. Fill them up about halfway with water, and then put in air, like a battery-powered air pump. That's the best way I've found. If you got to stop in hotel rooms on the way, you can plug in a heater and heat your fish that way as well. Let's see. What size tank do I need for bass? Like peacock bass? Usually 180 or larger. They get about 2 feet, I haven't been doing a water change and the ammonia is still at 4 ppm. Are you doing like a fishless cycle and you're using straight ammonia, or is there a fish in there? I assume there's not fish in there because 4 ppm is pretty high. Can I do a betta stream or make videos on bettas? I do plan on doing a couple of videos on bettas. I don't know I could do a stream, but I'm not sure what I can bring to the table that most people can't. Community tank tips. This is something I really need to go over because a lot of people like me like community tanks, but I would say focus on things that inhabit different levels of a tank. I find that to be really important. If you just kind of cram a bunch of tetras in there, you're going to not utilize the bottom or the top space very well. Do I use CO2? At the tanks at the store for sale we do to convert them as fast as possible, but at home none are currently running CO2, no. How do you care for Corydora eggs? You got them in a net breeder right now. They are the peppered Corys. Ideally, you'd have them in their own container with probably some methylene blue, something to keep them from fungusing. That's what I would do. But once you raise them up, having some food like baby brine shrimp, microworms, yeah, that type of thing. Our viewers doubled to 400. It's because I put all these rad channels in the back of me. You got Solid Gold up there. You've got Invertebrates by Miss Jinx. You've got King of DIY. That's me. That's Aqua Pros. Me. Steenfot. KG Tropicals, me again, and Sergeant Tanks. 36-gallon bow front. What would be a good LED? Because it came with a fluorescent. I recommend the 24-inch fluval 2.0. That's what I would use. Soft string algae, how to get rid of it. You could use a toothbrush and just kind of wrap it up and pull it off, and then balance out your tank. Otherwise, you could use things like a mono shrimp, Florida flagfish, Siamese algae eaters, probably some other fish as well. Where do I buy my goldfish from? Typically, I'm importing them straight from China, from farms. What type of true freshwater puffer could live in a 90-gallon tank? Lots. I would say arrowhead puffer, Murius puffer, Faka puffer, Amazon puffers, dragon puffer, hairy puffer, and then a lot of other ones that aren't as common. Where is Dustin? Connor Reed asks. I'll tell you, he would be on this wall if his website didn't have a minimum order. So I can't actually order a shirt from him because the shirts are like $20, but the minimum order is $30 plus shipping, and I'm willing to pay shipping. But the problem is I don't need any plants. Like, I sell plants, right? He doesn't have products besides the shirts really and plants, and I already sell plants. So there's really nothing for me to order. So once he makes it so that shirts are cheaper, or I'll just grab one from him in Chicago. That's probably a better plan. I think when I was there last year, one, I didn't have the wall, but two, he had lots of sweatshirts left and not shirts. Do I have any talking catfish? I do not. Ooh, it's already been 30 minutes. I'll answer this one last one. My 10-gallon tank is nitrates is 40 to 80 ppm. How do I get rid of it? Is it because of the plants? Because I have a good deal of plants. I do 25% weekly water changes. Plants would actually help you, so they tend to reduce your nitrates. So probably more water changes and less feeding. And then if you're heavily dosing on fertilizer, you might get to cut that back. But that's probably where you're running into. Jimmy needs to boost up my Wi-Fi. Yeah, I've got all new routers. I bought like $400 routers and stuff that I need to install. I just haven't done it because I'm lazy and I hate setting up like everything, right? Like every Roku device, every device that runs off it, I have to go change everything because the networks are all going to change, and I got to spend time setting up priorities so that, for instance, like my laptop and then this phone would have priority over everything else. Google Wi-Fi is where it's at. I haven't heard about Google Wi-Fi. I have Google Fiber in Seattle, but I'm not close enough to get it. And actually, I was gonna have fiber installed here, but the rep told me I should just wait because they're rolling out like a consumer grade, and so it wouldn't have cost me $2,000 to get it installed. Because you basically have to apply for a permit, which that takes 6 months, and then it's $2,000 to run the fiber line to my house. Which I was gonna do it, but he's like, "Hey man, probably in like 3 months or less, there's gonna be consumer grade. That's gonna be still 1 gig down, and then I don't remember how fast it was up, but way faster than what I have right now." And would be way cheaper than the several thousands of dollars. Dustin has dropped the minimum order. I'll have to take a look at that, Robert. I wasn't aware of that, so I'll take a look. Order a few plants from y'all that arrived yesterday. Banana plant, duckweed, wisteria, and vallisneria, and a bottle of fert. These plants look amazing. Thank y'all so much for great quality. Well, I'm glad to hear that. We always try to make sure we send out good stuff, because we wouldn't want to receive garbage either. And if you ever have a problem, just let us know. We'll either A, refund your money, B, send some more out. But we're not going to leave you hanging with something you don't like. What plants were in with my shrimp tank? Right over here, just Java moss. That's it. As Dean H says, 400 plus people watching, only 188 likes. Do me a favor and vote. If you don't like it, thumbs down. If you do like it, thumbs up. How about that? Let's see. Corey, did the town put the water meter in? They did. They did put that water meter in. Yep. When do you have a sale on LED lights? I don't know, Kevin. You never know. I kind of take a beating on them because shipping is so ridiculous on the LED lights. Usually, I pass on a sale. Like if Fluval or Phoenix put them on sale, then I put them on sale. But otherwise, taking a beating. What's my favorite color? I don't know. I don't know that I have like a favorite. I think it's green, but I think I just latch onto that. I don't know if it's my actual favorite. That'll be some fast WoW gameplay. Yeah, yesterday I played some Magic the Gathering online. That was a kind of a throwback. Best plant for beginners? Anubias. Minimum tank size for Mubu Puffer. Long term, I think it's the Marineland 300-gallon double deep. Trying to get to the bottom here. How do you know I'm scrolling with one hand? Oh, because I'm talking with one hand, that's why. Joel, smart. Talking catfish eat snails, but can they eat shrimp? I would imagine they would, yeah. Joe Webb, if I plan to approach my local fish store with guppies, should I have enough in stock in case they reorder? I would. Nothing worse than going, "Oh man, I got the best thing ever. Oh, we'll take some more. Oh, I don't have any." You don't want to have that happen. Feeding your bass creek chubs? Yeah, but each time you could introduce some some parasites and stuff. So, be careful with that. Treating white spot on Mubu puffer like treating everything else. Ikex. Fair play. You should do a collaboration with him on a planet tank. I don't know who that is. Oh, Dustin, I think. I was thinking, I don't know who Fair Play is. Yeah, Dustin's welcome to do a collab with me anytime. We've done a live stream in the past. We might be, let's see. I'm trying to think. I go to Ohio next month, and so maybe he'll be around. Rob is busy. He is building. I talked to him. I talked to Flip Aquatics today. Oh, I just kicked my computer. I talked to him today, and he was building. They're getting close to being done. Oh, geez, watching Star Trek. So if I lag right now, blame my wife. How far behind am I? Pretty far. Okay, I got to scroll faster. Do I have any Java Moss sales? I don't. We sell them so fast out in the store. That's the problem. Wow, I'm missing super chats. I'm that far behind. Hold on. Barbara Jackson, thanks for all the great info. Appreciate the entertainment factor too. Well, thank you, Barbara. $5 super chat goes to help moving Jimmy. Jimmy will be here in about 2 weeks, maybe a little bit plus of 2 weeks. He'll be here in no time. Catfish in the 800 gallon, maybe down the road a giraffe catfish. I do miss having those. Wow, I'm a billion messages behind. I'm trying just to catch up. What do I need to get if it gets parasites? Usually general cure. Lumpy Dog says, why is guppy grass so underrated? I just discovered it. It loves my conditions, grows like weeds, and looks good in guppy breeding tanks. It doesn't always ship well, Lumpy Dog, and then if it doesn't, it gets really hungry because it grows so fast. It gets really hungry for nitrogen, and if you don't give it enough nitrogen, it can die off really quick. And I think that's just why it doesn't get the love. And it's a little unruly. You can't control it, and it's not as easy as Java Moss. Still easy though. Yeah, I'm way behind here. I'm just scrolling. I'm scrolling to the bottom. Let's see. Okay, I'm at the bottom. How do I get rid of brown stuff in my koi pond? Probably change more water. Most people don't change enough water in their koi pond. At least probably 20-35% every month at least. Alright, I think that's it. We're calling it. Target barb tips, keep them in a big group. You've only got one, that's the problem right there. Keep them more the merrier. Cheap but beautiful guppy strains, fancy guppies, go grab them at like your local fish store. Just grab normal fancies and breed them. Aloha from Hawaii. Have I ever used an algae inhibitor? I've never tested like I can't even think of the couple, like New algae. I've never used that product, so I don't know. I'm not going to Reefapalooza. I wish I was, because Dustin's going to be in character of the ShamWow guy. If it wasn't like $1 billion, then I would probably fly out there. Do I have a Pro Box? I don't know what that means, so I'm going to say no. Alright, I'm scrolling back down. I'm scrolling up. That was the opposite way. So, get to the bottom here. Well, yeah, CChem Excel is an algae inhibitor. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I was thinking of like the actual different types of additives that I hadn't used, I guess. Good fish for a 20-gallon hex. Do a dimly lit tank with all blind cave tetras. It's kind of cool. Can I ship fish to Canada? Nope. Hello, Corey. You have fish tanks. True statement. Got me. Have I ever dirted a tank? Yes, definitely have. Oh, a P.O. box. Do I have a P.O. box? Stormy Mist, I don't, but you just ship it to my store. If you need to send me anything, you just go onto the website and you hit the Contact Us button. You can ship anything you want to our store, and it's easier for me to get than getting a P.O. box. So, last question right here. I'm calling it right here because we're almost at 40 minutes. Can you please help? I did a 50% water change on my 20-gallon tank, but I have tons of nitrate in my tank. Please help me. So you're making more nitrates than you're changing out water. whether it's from fertilizer or fish, you just got to keep changing water. Keep changing until you can get it down, and then figure out, test every week, see how much you're making, and then change water accordingly. If it's an ongoing problem, you might just be overstocked. So, all right, guys, just wanted to show you off filtration and stuff like that. Hang out a little bit on a Friday since I didn't put out a video today. And what's coming out tomorrow? Ooh, a collaboration with someone's coming out tomorrow. So thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you have a great weekend. I'll see you on Sunday. Let me know what you guys want to talk about. Leave some comments. And yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys.